Sorry. We're still missing Floor and Cullen. I think Cullen will come. Yeah. I asked him to go arrest him, and he's afraid of him. Okay, let's start. The third day of the third special session of the 21st Congress will now come to order. May I ask that we rise for a moment of silent prayer? Chief Clerk, roll call.
Senator Aritos. Senator Christian. Senator Figueroa. Senator Coolant. Floor Leader Harper. Senator Kunman.
Good morning.
Good morning. Vice Speaker Moses. Senator Ned. Senator Pollack.
Present.
Senator Perman.
Amen.
Senator Romulo. Senator Ismail. Senator Wally. Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 12 members are present.
We have quorum to transact business this morning. Next item, Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning to you and all honorable members, as well as our staffs and all those who are observing our session this morning. I again move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
It's been moved and seconded that we dispense with the reading of the journal. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. We now dispense with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, item 5, presidential communications, in receipt of numbers 21-153 through 21-155.
Okay, assign those communications. Next item.
Item 6, Mr. Speaker, FSM Supreme Court communications, there are none.
Next.
Item 7, member communications, we have one, and it's number 21-7.
Okay, assign that. Next item.
Item 8, Mr. Speaker, departmental communications, there are none.
Continue.
Item 9, agency or governmental authority communications, also none. Item 10, state communications, none. Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none. Item 12, municipal or town communications, also none. And item 13, foreign government communications, none, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
Okay,
Mr. Speaker,
order of the day.
point of privilege.
Yes, Senator Christian, state your point.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My point of privilege is to educate myself. Will somebody please tell me what National Multi-Sectoral Action Plan on Antimicrobial Resistance mean?
Where are you?
I'm at the Presidential Communication, one of the federal programs.
Oh, 153. Okay, short recess up to the call of the chair.
We
But you're Congress is back in session. We're now on the order of the day.
Mr. Speaker, point of privilege.
Oh, okay, point of privilege, Senator Balik.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, Nesoranim, and good morning to you, Mr. Speaker, and honorable members, staff, and citizens who are also observing our session this morning. Mr. Speaker, I rise on a point of privilege to introduce someone very special to me. He's an uncle of mine, he's a mentor, and he's an advisor. This gentleman, in 1957, got married in Chuk and lived here for the next 10 years up to 1967, married a Chukese lady by the name of Kieko, who was, I understand, the chief nurse at that time. All his children were born in Chuk, and he speaks fluent, probably better Chukese than Kosayan. And when he scolds his children, he scolds them in Chukese, so we wouldn't understand what he's talking about. So he is a retired public servant, has worked so many years in the telecommunications sector, and currently serving on our FSM Telecommunication Board. Mr. Speaker, my privilege, and may I ask that we recognize this individual whom many of you know. His name is John Sigra. May I ask that we give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you, Senator Balik, for introducing one of our, better part of our history. And if I understand from last night, you just learned that he's John Sigra, after all these years.
Mr.
Okay,
Speaker.
any other point of privilege, Senator Christian?
I'd also like to add to the chronology of what was introduced for John. John is one of the rare Kosayan people who speak Pohnpeian with no Kosayan accent in his Pohnpeian too. So he must be a very good linguist. He speaks Chukese, Pohnpeian, Kosayan, English, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. So, welcome, John.
Thank you, Senator Christians, for adding on those accolades for Mr. Sigra. You're very much welcome to continue to attend our session, and at the same time also join us in those dinners or parties afterwards. Huh? Okay.
Speaker,
Yes, for Leader Harbor.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just want to state the fact that I grew up with John Segura, within our neighbor. Thank you.
That is true. That is true. Okay. Chief Burke, next item.
Mr. Speaker, item 14 under order of the day, standing committee reports, there are none.
Next.
Item 15, special committee reports, none also.
Next item.
Item 16, assignment of measures and communications. Mr. Speaker, we have a referral sheet number 21-31 and a reassignment or re-referral sheet number 21-2.
Okay. Take note of those, Chairman and members, for your planning purposes. Next item.
Under 17, item 17, unfinished business, there are none, Mr. Speaker.
Next.
Item 18, bill calendar. Mr. Speaker, the first bill is CB number 21-84 for second reading. CB number 21-84 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 20-178 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-01, 21-07, 21-36, and 21-53 by amending sections 3 and 4 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Koshai and Pohnpei states and for other purposes.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. So you will do Concord is back in session. We're still on CP number 21-84. Floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to defer CB number 21-84
Second.
To when? Tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we defer CP number 21-84 to tomorrow's session. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Said bill is deferred to tomorrow's session. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have CB number 21-87 for second reading. CB number 21-87 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 20-141 as amended by Public Laws numbers 20-145, 20-163, 20-164, 20-190, 21-5, 21-33, and 21-48 by amending sections 4 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding priority infrastructure projects and other projects and programs in the state of Pohnpei and for other purposes.
Okay,
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker,
yes, Senator Christian.
I'd like to move to defer Bill 2187, 2188, and 2194 to tomorrow's calendar.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair.
So
Congress is back in session. There is a motion which was seconded that we defer CP 21-87, 21-88, and 21-94 to tomorrow's session. Those in favor of that motion say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. All those bills are now deferred to tomorrow's calendar. Next bill.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Next item.
Item 19, Mr. Speaker, resolution calendar. There are none.
Speaker.
Yes, Senator, Chairman Berman.
Yeah, thank you very much, Speaker. Good morning to you, vice, floor members, and all that are observing our session this morning. Mr. Speaker, I would like to make a motion to withdraw the following congressional resolutions, 21-76 and 21-81. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that resolution number 21-76 and 21-81 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Those in favor of that motion say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Said bills are now withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action.
Short
Let
recess,
the records
please.
reflect that the relevant rules are still suspended up to this point, so. Chief Clerk, first resolution.
Mr. Speaker,
Speaker,
the
short,
first
short
one is-
recess, please.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Okay, Congress is back in session. First resolution.
Mr.
Chief
Speaker.
Clerk.
Mr.
Yeah,
Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, first resolution is functional resolution number 21-76 for adoption. CR number 21-76 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mr. Livingston A. Talong to serve as the Secretary of the Department of Health and Social Affairs of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Okay, there you have it. Senator Christian, you
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
have the floor.
I've consulted with the mover of the motion to bring forth these nominations, and he's agreed for me to do the following motion. I move that we defer action on Resolution 2176 and 2181 to Tuesday.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we defer resolutions number 21-76 and 21-81 to Tuesdays, next Tuesday's session. Okay? Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Those resolutions are deferred to Tuesday's session. Next Tuesday's session, okay? Next resolution.
Speaker.
Yes, acting floor.
Faith?
Acting floor.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Speaker. If move for short recess.
Okay, short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, next item.
Mr. Speaker, item 20, introduction of bills and resolutions.
Okay, if you have any measure to introduce, please pass them on to Chief Clerk. Next item.
Item 21, miscellaneous communications, in receipt of number 21-13.
Okay, that's from the JCRB. Sign that, Chief Clerk. Next item.
Item 22, miscellaneous business.
Any miscellaneous business? Any miscellaneous business? If none, okay, thank you. Go down to next item's announcement. Chairman Figure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Your Committee on Ways and Means will meet immediately after this morning's session to review the supplemental budget request for FY20.
Okay, thank you. Where and when?
Well, where, I don't know. I need money.
Oh, you're going to meet upstairs?
Yeah, okay, let's meet outside or here, wherever is
Yeah,
available.
maybe here is okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Take note, members of Ways and Means and interested members to join Ways and Means Committee. They'll be meeting here right after session. Okay? On the supplemental budget request of the President. Okay. Chairman Ed.
Thank you, Speaker. Your Committee on R&D will have public hearing or meeting with MRA 2:30, maybe here too.
2:30.
Mr. Speaker,
R&D.
short recess.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair.
Mr. Speaker.
Congress is back in session. The announcement by Chairman Ned is changed. He's moved his public hearing to tomorrow at 8:30 here in this chamber. Okay. Chairman Perman, announcement.
No announcement from your HSA.
Okay, Chairman Romalo.
I just give R&D my time slot for tomorrow, so the Chuk delegation will meet on Tuesday morning before session.
Okay. Chairman Gulen.
Speaker, no announcement.
Chairman Coleman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Your committee on, Special Committee on Climate Change has no announcement. Thank you.
Okay, Vice Speaker Moses, do you have any announcement? Senator Palik? Announcement.
No announcement, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I want to thank Chairman Romulo for accommodating us. Thank you.
Okay, Senator Christian? Okay, short recess, subject to call of the chair. Conference is back in session. Our acting floor leader, if you have, and chairman of education, if you have any announcement, and then the usual motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. For the members on the Committee on Education, I would plead, beg, request that you review the committee committee report that is being circulated for signatures. Please sign so we can act on this resolution that is the subject of the committee report. And with that, if there are no other business of this Congress, I move that we stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning.